Well, the thing that Andrew Berry addressed was, Olivier Vernon coming off his injury, as well as how they measure, trying to keep their own guys as they look at free agency and what contracts might be.
I had a good conversation with Ovi actually just yesterday, and I'm heartbroken for him because he did play so well down the stretch and then didn't get a chance to enjoy the playoffs, the playoffs with us, at Pittsburgh and at Kansas City. I guess maybe the way I would answer that question, Nate, and this probably pertains to really all of our free agents. We'll deal with it, really as it goes. You want to retain as many good players as possible. In some situations, it ends up being the right fit. In other situations, it doesn't. But at the same time, that's something that we have the next several weeks to work through. And we really do our best to maintain transparency and good communication with all the guys who have contracts expiring. And we'll continue to do that and work through those as more of what I would call the economic unknowns become known as we get into February and March.
And what Andrew Berry's talking about is the salary cap. The NFL and the Players Association have to agree on what that cap number is, and that will affect it. But again, everybody has a price, and the good thing is this franchise hasn't had a problem with good players and second contracts, and they're going to start having that, that's what football teams have to deal with.
That's true, David. Let me ask you this, though, and this is absolutely no knock on our media by any stretch. I love everybody in our media, and it is a difficult job. But when was the last time you ever heard of a front office executive say, you know what? Our contract for this guy is going to be 5 years for $85 million. And we're really working on this contract that's going to be 3 years for $36 million and a fourth-year option. I mean, they never, ever, ever talk turkey about contracts it has to be asked. I understand that's part of the deal. But you're never going to get an Andrew Berry or any of these GMs to talk about what the terms of the contracts are, who's in line to get what. That's just kind of an interesting sidelight. But yeah, the Browns are going to start to find out how they're going to have to figure out now how to deal with second contracts, and that's a sign of a team that's on the rise.
Well, the other thing is you have to feel pretty good just given what happened in the offseason last year. Andrew Berry seems to very much have a plan and will stick to the plan. And you're going to have to tweak the plan and mess with the plan, and the plan's going to get twisted and turned. And you have to feel better about this front office than you have in a long time with the folks in Berea.
Yeah, I trust. Again, I came on the show today, Dave. I was running hot about the Chiefs game. I'm still going to be grinding about the Chiefs game for a long time until the Browns get to the AFC Championship game. But as I said, when you step back, you look at all that they accomplished this year. And one of the reasons that the Browns were as successful as they were is the front office paradigm led by, Paul DePodesta, the chief strategy officer, and then the general manager, Andrew Berry. And then the third leg of the Ivy League trifecta is Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, who, by the way, I like a lot. And I think he's going to be a really good head coach in the league. I just wondered, should he not think about offloading the play calling to Alex Van Pelt? I know it won't happen, certainly in 2021, but I think he should at least think about it, become more of a CEO, more of an overseer of the franchise. But this team is in good hands. This organization is in good hands. And you've got to figure that these smart people are going to know how to utilize the cap and how to figure out the roster.